Land to the BCP Radio Hour.
Hola, hola.
And
we're featuring our fabulous host, Mr. Patrick Allen Reynolds.
And our fabulous other host, Mrs. Gabrielle Reynolds.
Woo!
I know.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. We've been doing this BCP thing for a while now.
Oh, man. It's like we're old pros at it.
We're old anyway, so that's a good start. I mean
well, just before we went live, I was saying I watched an old Roadrunner Coyote, and it was actually cartoon, and I found it actually a little depressing. I mean, the Coyote's endless, relentless failures. I mean, failure after failure. This poor guy can't get a break, but he is fairly stupid. Why don't he just, go get a steak? There's diners all over the highway.
You'd think.
Yes, well. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, but we have some other exciting things to talk about today. We've got an amazing guest in studio, which is to say our own BCP's own Charlotte Lentz, who does so many things for BCP. You would be amazed if we enumerated all of them, but we're going to try.
Yeah.
One of the best things you do is the costumes for almost every production since, in the last 9 years. Mm-hmm. And then last year you were a volunteer coordinator, and you showed up for everything, and you helped us to get makeup put together and all kinds of stuff like that. And we're also going to have another costume designer, which is to say Analia Nunez. This is the most amazing. They're going to be calling in a little bit. Juan Carlos Ademes and his wonderful wife, Analia Nunez, who are putting together, they have formed the company, and that is Chiriqui's own musical theater company. And we have been to see their first production, which is Blancanieves, and it is Snow White, all todo en español, and that's not a problem even for bad Spanish speakers like me, because the action is fantastic.
See,
the scenery is unbelievable. The costumes will just make you flip, and
the music is great.
The music, all written by Juan Carlos Ademes, and the whole thing is They wrote, rewrote it so that it could be, Chiricano. And it's a very, very amazing musical. The Seven Dwarves, when they break into breakdancing.
And
it is quite the event. They do the
little hip hop,
little beatbox there. That's
you said the stage settings were just
they have the wonderful. I hadn't seen before. I know this is the technology that theater is headed toward, but they have this amazing the backdrops are all LED panels, so they can project. My goodness, it was like walking into the animated film, and it can move. You go from the village to the forest, to the dwarves' cottage, to the magic mirror on the wall. It's just astonishing.
It's a very immersive experience. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd never seen I don't think, a play that utilizes just LED video panels for all of the scenery and backdrops.
Yeah.
And it was I got to say, an amazing production. I haven't seen anything like it, anywhere else.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I mean, this is what's happening now. It's getting very popular, these LEDs, because you can just do anything with them. And I was interested to see, because I kept going, with the LED panels behind, that's just backlighting the actors, right? So you're going to have a problem with the lighting. It was very interesting to see how it was done.
But no, though. They were well lit. You could see everything and everyone.
Yeah.
And they didn't throw shadows on the panels.
Onto the panels, right? It worked out really beautifully.
I think they must have had an amazing lighting designer.
Yeah.
And
really fabulous. Because this is a theater that has transformed. I mean, they transformed the Federal Mall into a theater. The one corridor of the Federal Mall.
It's like a retail
quite
slip.
Large. No, it's the corridor between two areas,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe that's the thing. And they knocked out a wall so you have a huge backstage area. So that works really well, because they've got a very, very large cast. And then they have 500 seats in there. It's really astonishing. And then the front of it is all done, curtained off from the rest of the mall, so that there's a little almost like a lobby area
Mm-hmm.
that you wait out front and a little box office. And it's quite exciting. It's very, very good. I'm anxious to talk with them and find out how many folks from Chiriquí are attending because, well, just before we went live, Charlotte, you were talking about how hungry people are for live
For
theater.
theater here.
Yeah.
People are always asking me, when's the theater season? We've heard so much about the theater season in Cherokee and Boquete.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, not
Well.
until September, October. We have a condensed,
Yes,
Yeah,
condensed season.
We have a very,
because we need a place.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yeah, we
that's
do.
the other
Yeah.
thing is we've got a lot of money to raise to try to get a permanent home. I want to call it the Boquete Chiriquí Performing Arts Center because I think we could do a lot with music and other performing arts as well. I know that there are some people interested in magic and comedy and
Mm-hmm.
improv and
Well, and like this season at the BCP Tent Theater, we're going to have a Panamanian production
yay.
produced by Antonio Singh and with Panamanian cast. And also, it's going to be kind of in two languages, Panamanglish.
Yeah, it's El Sendero,
See?
the path, and we're going to have two characters speaking Espanol and one who replies in Inglés. So we have it should be fairly fun to try
Fun.
to follow along. It's a fairly simple bunch of
But if we had
action
a-
there. That really looks like a good time.
Excuse me, when we have a actual building, a performing arts center, then we'll be able to have more things like that. And hopefully, we'd be able to have production by Juan Carlos Adamas. And we can trade our plywood for
For LED.
for LED, yes. Right now
That would be amazing.
we're kind of on the low-tech side still with plywood, paint, and canvas, but we've got great talent and great people working on it. So
Yes.
it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. It's quite the season that we've got going on. So I think it'll be it'll be nonstop. Once we start in September, there'll be something every weekend and different things. So that'll be really good.
Yeah, they are. They're all different, so it'll be fun.
So are you ready to do costumes for everything?
I'm glad I have help this time.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the costumes, I mean, this isn't as intense costume use. Although Little Shop of
Horrors
Horrors,
is going to be.
That's a
few
challenge.
things will be a challenge.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
going to be a little bit,
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a challenge
Yeah.
all the way around, because it's big. It's going to have these big puppets, and a lot of music. I think we're going to have like 2 or 3 musical directors working on this.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of
That is a
music.
lot.
Yeah.
And that music is so integrated into the show that, moves it along.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure when Juan Carlos and Analia are going to be calling in. So we will just have a fun time amongst ourselves
We'll continue chatting.
until we hear from them.
Well, one of the things we'd like to talk to Charlotte about is, because you've been there for a few years,
Yes.
some of the history. I mean, some of the shows that came before our time. We've only been here 7 years.
Yeah. And you were
My memory is awful.
Oh, well, there you go.
But Dave and Aaron Ross are really the ones who started the theater in Boquete.
Yeah.
They are the parents of the whole theater here, and they're the reason actually we probably have theater here.
Yeah.
That we were actually started. Now Dave has got a lot of really good stories of when they used to go from place to place. One time they got flooded out during a performance.
Oh, my.
And just the stories he could tell. I wish I could remember more of them. I just, I thought they were interesting stories at the
Yeah,
time. I never
yeah.
thought I'd have to learn them to repeat them.
Know your history.
But,
Well, we'll
Yes.
get them in here at some
Yeah.
point and have
Yeah.
them talk to us about it. But
yeah.
Well, I know you've had some when the theater was just being put into what was our old theater, now Tap Out. I heard that there was this huge, enormous production. Susie Breimer was on last week and was telling us a little bit about that. And the 10-year anniversary show was huge.
Yeah, that was probably the best, one of the best ones that we have done. I think other than that last performance at Steel Magnolias. That was great.
That was pretty
good. But, yeah, we had, and that was, I think, when we discovered the talent that's in Boquete. There are so many talented people. We have gorgeous singers, violins, comedy. I was amazed at that.
Yes.
You know, it's just, we've got so many talented people here that can sing and act and dance, compose music, play the piano, just gorgeous different things.
Yeah, yeah.
All kinds of stuff. Play the drums. Talking to you, Mike Schwartz.
Right.
Yeah, there's just, and the thing that's so interesting is because of the nature of Boquete and so many expats coming from all over the world to make this their home, they get a chance to rediscover what they loved and sort of thought they had to give up, and then they get older and go, wait a minute, I'm going to go back to that because I loved it.
Or for like me, I never did anything with I took one theater course after I got out of nursing school thinking, oh, that would be a fun thing to do. Well, I can't memorize lines, and that was the last thing I ever did.
Oh, boy.
But, you know, it's for people, too, like me, that just want to do something totally different and fun.
Right.
And you don't have to act. If you can't memorize lines, I don't get up there on that stage. But I do a lot of the background stuff. And it's fun, and it's interesting, and it's new.
Yeah.
And you meet some pretty good people.
You do.
We have, and this is the other thing, is so many new people are coming into Boquete. Like every week we have new folks going, oh, I heard there was a theater. We want to get involved. And that's really, really fun.
Yeah.
So you don't even know how much we can expand at this point. But this is going to be a fabulous season. We're going to learn a lot from this one.
Yeah.
Well, we have, you know, so many people, like you said, that are talented. We have actually two kind of groups, I would say. We get a lot of people who did theater in their life, for some of them for a living, professionals.
A lot of professionals come.
Yeah, and we also have people who have an opportunity to reinvent themselves and try a new thing, something they've always wanted to try, or, you know, but never had either the opportunity or the, you know, wherever they came from didn't have any kind of a theater program or situation. It's hard to imagine that, but there are places like that on earth. And it gives them a chance to really just have a lot of fun with something they thought was always going to be kind of out of their range, maybe.
Yeah. I think we might have our call coming in.
Hello, caller. Hola.
Hola, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Hola, ¿cómo está, Juan Carlos?
Can you hear us?
Can we hear you?
Yeah, it's, you know.
Okay, we're working on the engineering of getting you audible.
Yes, the connections sometimes, you know, they don't cooperate the way we want them to. But he's there, I can tell.
We can hear. There, as soon as the plug works, we can.
Aha.
All right, we've got a small voice of you. We can hear a little bit. How are you doing? It's too soon for questions, maybe.
Well, this is the thrill of live theater.
This is live radio.
Yes.
Right.
Live radio.
Right.
Live radio.
Zuleika's fixing you, Juan Carlos.
Radio is the theater of the mind.
Right. Yeah.
Right? If it's theatrical, I don't mind.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you know, we'll just go ahead and vamp a little.
I just wanted to add, because we were talking about the X-Packs of talent.
Yeah.
We've had some Panamanians.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll bring you over.
Okay. We're getting you to a.
Okay.
I think we're getting you to a microphone somewhere. Perhaps.
Well, go ahead. You were saying, Charlotte?
We've had some Panamanians. There was one man, I will never forget him. He was going to sing a song at one of the radio shows that we did.
Yeah,
Yes.
the old-timey radio show.
Shows,
And that man got up there, and he had the most gorgeous voice. Wow. All of us were just went,
Really?
Just, you know, they hadn't heard him in rehearsal. It was just, his voice was just amazing.
Filled the theater. He sang My Way.
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
And his-
That's right.
And his
That's right.
little
Yeah.
7-year-old daughter also performed. And they
Yeah.
they moved during that production, so they were actually commuting for performance from Colón all the way. I mean,
Oh,
it's
man.
hundreds of kilometers away.
That is a
And
hike.
It was
Wow.
an amazing gesture for him to do, because they got involved with the show and they said, well,
Yeah.
we'll have to do our performances, even though now
Yeah.
we're far away. So that was quite amazing to have that go on. But yeah, the radio show. Now it's funny that we're talking about it on a radio show,
This is actually a radio
Actually,
show.
here, yeah.
but that was, of course, on the premise of something like, you know, the
Well, the live shows like Garrison Keillor,
right
or the Firesign Theater,
right.
you know, and it was kind of like the idea was you have an audience in to watch people do a radio show live.
Like a variety show.
Yeah.
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 It was a lot of fun.
And one of the great things about that is people didn't have to memorize lines. We
Yeah.
all read right from our scripts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had you up there for that one.
Yes,
Oh,
we
yeah.
did.
You got to.
Because I got to read the script.
Yes,
Yes.
that
I
was
didn't have
fun.
to memorize.
That was very fun. Those
Yeah.
were those little silly little skits
yeah.
that we did.
Well, those were
Yeah.
fun shows to do because they required a whole lot less preparation
Yeah.
than a
Yeah.
full-on play.
Well, for us, no,
Yeah.
the musicians didn't feel that way about it. They had a
Well,
lot of rehearsal.
They rehearsed quite a bit.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that was pretty. That was
Okay,
pretty good
now
fun.
I think we have our caller with
Perhaps.
us. Perhaps.
Okay, let's see if we got Juan Carlos.
Okay.
Is he's
Oh, hi, Juan Carlos. Hola.
¿Qué tal? Good morning. How are you?
Great. How
Oh.
are you? ¿Cómo estás?
Fine, thanks. Very happy to be with you.
Ah, yes.
You are very busy. You are producing one of the most amazing shows I've ever seen, Blanca Nieves, El Musical, in the Federal Mall.
Yes.
You've made it into a theater. I was just bragging about you. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much. I'm not that busy, so I can talk with friends, and very happy to have the opportunity to talk with you all and tell you how amazed we are with the chance to do theater with talent, with Chiricanian. I don't know how to say it.
Yes.
Chicano talent.
just
I'm
say
with
Chiricano.
I'm with the evil queen Analia Nunez, my wife and producer too, and we're happy. We're really happy and excited. This is our last weekend, so
Yes.
we're expecting as much people as we can.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Everybody get out there and see this show.
If you
do
haven't
not want to
seen
miss it.
If you haven't seen it yet, you need to go. You won't believe the value, the entertainment value you get for $20. It's astonishing. And if you have seen it, go see it again. It's amazing.
It's well
What
worth a
time?
repeat.
Yeah, the times. The curtain times, you have 2 matinees, today and tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
3:30.
Our first presentation is at 3:30 today
Today, 3:30.
and 7 p.m. And tomorrow, Sunday, our last day, it will be at 2:30 and 6 p.m.
Oh, marvelous.
Yes.
Wow,
And
that's
we have to
you,
tell
Analia.
you to your people that we indeed we have a lot of equipment and screens and sound, and we have no constriction. I don't know if that's the word about the quality and
Right.
of the show. We're trying to do it as best as we can. We
It
have 20
is-
microphones at the same time.
Oh, wow.
It's like 40 meters of with the screens, with a wall of screens.
Yes,
It's quite
the LED panels are
beautiful.
so impressive. The whole background scenery, all of it is just amazing.
Well, every aspect. I mean, I gotta give a shout out to Analia because the costumes are stunning.
That's true.
Oh, thank you very much. Before we get into that, I wanted to add that all the images and the videos that you see projected on the screens are made by Juan Carlos.
Wow.
He did all the videos that you see on the screen.
Wow.
He's a really talented guy. He not only he just wrote the play, he composed the songs
Wow.
and wrote all the lyrics.
Wow.
So it's all his work.
Multi-talented.
It is, yes, very multi-talented. Juan Carlos, every one of those jobs alone You deserve an Academy Award for each one.
And clearly,
Tony.
clearly, the two of you have discovered a way to live without ever sleeping.
Yeah, it looked like your
So we
family
think
was
that
living backstage.
We have time for everything. We have 2 daughters, so we have time for everything. Don't worry.
That's amazing.
I don't know how you do it, but
Well, it's so great to have you both.
I want.
Go
I
ahead.
just want that Analia talk to you about the costume as you ask, because I'm really proud of her, and her job is amazing, and she did it with her own hands and explaining them.
Wow.
Well, these costumes, I wanted them to be really colorful, and they are inspired in Germany in the 16th century. But I wanted to add like this storytelling style, like
Storybook.
like fairy tales.
Yeah,
Yes,
sort of
fairy
fairy
tale.
tale style. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you see a lot of color, a mixing of colors and fabrics and textures on stage. All the ladies that dance, they have like layers and layers of skirts, so they move a lot on stage. So are the guys. The combination of the fabrics, they're how do you say that? Meticulously chosen.
Yes.
yes.
And my costume, the queen's costume and the witch's costume, has a lot of work. It has a lot of fabrics combined and materials. Actually, the witch's costume is a robe that has stitched like 6 or 7, I don't know how many types of different fabrics cut into shapes and sewn individually. So it's like a mixture of textures and colors that you cannot how do you say that? Like distinguish from the color. That's what I wanted. That you see texture and combination of fabrics that you don't distinguish what it is.
What I like about her costume is like, when you see it on the distance, looks really, really beautiful.
Yes.
But if you have the chance to see it closely, it's amazing. That's why I'm so proud of her, because she was really meticulous.
Well, I have to say, I've told many people this, Analia, that your performance as the queen, the evil queen, that is worth the price of admission right there. And
Wow, thank you so much.
Your performance is outstanding. And that costume, I swear, there must be 500 diamonds sewn into that thing. That's astonishing. It's just gorgeous.
Actually, but what you see sewn on my how do you say that? My sleeves and the front of my dress are beetle wings. Iridescent green beetle wings.
Oh my
real beetle
goodness.
wings.
Beetle wings.
The wings of the actual insects, the beetles?
That's amazing.
My heavens.
How does one harvest beetle wings to put onto a costume? Wow.
Oh, they do.
Wow.
I ordered them and
Amazon, the amazing John Amazon.
Oh yes,
Fabulous.
Well,
and actually, the first time I saw them was in the Evil Queen's costume. It was really different because it was a kind of gold from the Huntsman.
The movie.
The Huntsman movie.
Oh,
Charlotte Theron had those beetle wings in her dress, on her dress, that was kind of like gold champagne color with the green beetle wings. So I started researching and I found them for this dress, and it combined perfectly with the green, with the purple and the black.
Yes.
And the Swarovski stones that I had on my dress. So I made my own inspiration.
It's just an amazing effect. It's amazing. It really is.
Well, when we went and saw the show, we got seats. We were up in the, I think, second row, and I could feel the texture of the costumes.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how vivid and how multi-dimensional the costumes are.
Yes.
And if you're going, kids,
Thank
get
you,
up as
Julia.
close as you can to that stage because you don't want to miss a thing.
Well, here's something I want to point out, because one of the things that was so touching to me was that at the end of the performance, you invited anyone who wanted to, mostly the children, to come up on stage and get their photo taken with the entire cast.
Cool.
That was
Most
very
of
awesome.
the cast up there. I was so touched. I thought that was the nicest gesture.
Well, I think it's part of our responsibility to the public, the respect to the public, because it doesn't matter how much you pay. It's the way that you support our job, and we felt the responsibility with the fathers and the mothers who makes, or even the grandfather parents who make the effort to take their children to the show, and they make an a monetary effort. So at the end, we let completely free the people to take picture with the principal cast, and completely free, because we cannot put as parents, we cannot put another parent to the position where the kid wants a picture with the characters as a souvenir, and the parent could not afford it.
Right.
So it's our responsibility with the people that our the children up to go to the play, leave the venue as happy as they can, with all the inspiration and
We wanted to build like kind of like a Disney experience.
Yes.
Like when you go to Disney and you get into the parks and you transport yourself to this magical place. We wanted that for
It
the people
worked.
here from the moment they arrive and go through the red curtains
Yes.
and go into this place that is different, that is magical, that they see the characters so close, and they go through the public, they walk, I'm not going to say you have to go, but
You had to go.
but you interact with the characters.
Yes.
So we wanted that whole experience, that they could at the end say hi and hug the prince and Snow White and the seven dwarfs. That because you see their eyes when they're on stage.
Oh,
You see their
yes.
eyes, the eyes sparkle. They scream at you. They laugh with you. They get surprised, and they stand and jump and applaud. It's wonderful.
It
It's
is
so
It
wonderful.
is.
wonderful. We got to watch those children going up there, and they just, like you say, they just light up. They're so happy, and
we
they
were
love the hugs.
we are really fortunate to have in some days kids invited from another companies, like responsibility empresarial, how to say, corporate, I don't know.
Oh, uh-huh.
Company buy tickets for kids.
Like
That's
responsibility. I don't know
Yes.
how to put it in English.
Yes, and some companies buy tickets from kids from Chiriquí Grande, places like really,
Nice.
really.
Cases that I don't have access to this kind of thing.
The
Right.
kids, they never
Very cool.
came out from their places, so they were amazed. Even with the kind of trees, they were saying, we get them the text messages, and the kids were saying, look, like a pine, and it's more, look at the street, it's even,
Yes.
things like that. And when they get to the theater, or the venue more precisely, they get amazed, and then they get hope, and they were happy for 2 hours, but with the seed that
Yes.
the dreams can come true at some
Yes.
point, and they have expectation. That's the reason why we're doing this, and that's the reason we want to keep doing it.
Yes.
Oh,
They're
it's-
kids.
it's
They
just-
they
it's-
deserve to dream.
It's tremendous. And you too, the two of you have started the company, and your intention is to do more of these musicals. In your amazing program, you show the next two shows you're going to do of The Sleeping Beauty and Romeo and Juliet, which I've never seen done as a musical.
It's wonderful. Actually, Romeo and Juliet is one of the musicals that he has written that I most enjoy and love. The songs are beautiful. The story, you cry.
Wow.
The sword fighting is great. The whole thing, it's worth seeing.
So-
Really,
Yes, I'm sure
really
it will be.
emotional. It's a great play. That's next year. Like in a year, actually, like June,
Yes,
next year.
yes.
And our next one, hopefully, is in January, which is, as you said,
La
Sleeping
Bella
Beauty. This has
Durmiente.
been a really hard job, a really hard work we've done, and we want Chiriquí to start appreciating art and
Yes,
value it and value the artists and be compensated for their talent and their job, their work
that's
that
wonderful.
they have done. It's not easy. It's not
No.
been easy. It's gonna continue not being easy,
Uh-huh.
but we're not giving up. We're not
Well,
giving up, and we
I
want to do that here.
yes, it's so valuable. It's amazing. You guys, from everything we could see, it was highly successful. Everybody was happy that was in the show. All the effects were tremendously successful. And I wanted to ask you your feeling about it at this point. Do you feel that you've seen Chiricanos come out and support you? It seemed to me like, well, the day we were there, we had a pretty full house and people were very excited to be there. I feel like you have created a very good audience here in Chiriquí. And they'll want to
We're
see everything
starting
you
to.
do.
We're starting to. It's not easy. We're satisfied with the show that we've put on,
Mm-hmm.
and people that go get they leave really excited and really, they believe that it's a great show,
Mm-hmm.
and they are amazed. The people
Yes.
that go, but there's a lot of people that don't go because they don't believe they don't believe that something like this can be made in Chiriquí, even though for years people have told us, when are you going to do that in Chiriquí? You have to do this in Chiriquí, but
Of
because there's
course.
Uh-huh.
nothing to do, our kids have nothing to do, and now that we've done it, people actually don't go like we wanted
Oh,
to, like we thought they would. So that's why I say it is a hard work. It's
yes.
it's a process for
Yes.
Chiricanos to believe in the talent and the capability of what we can do here,
Well,
what
the thing
Chiricanos
is,
can do here.
it is inspirational once they have seen it. Okay, I know that some of our kids here in Boquete, from the Boquete Performing Arts Conservatory and the homeschooling, got to attend last night, and they were so excited. I got texts from them all night saying, "Thank you. It was the most inspiring, the most amazing." And
Great.
yeah, I
Beautiful.
think that once they have seen it, Analia,
Exactly.
don't you feel that they
Exactly.
get so inspired, and it does start them believing in their own dreams, just as you say.
Yes.
Well, the
Exactly.
level
I
of
know the people that have gone. I know the people that have come to the show. They're gonna come to the next ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we
absolutely.
want the rest to start believing, and
We can do it. Yeah.
Yes.
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 it's gonna happen. It's gonna take time, but I know it's gonna happen.
But the level of amazing in your show
Yeah.
was something I wasn't prepared for. I wasn't expecting that.
No.
I mean, Sleeping Beauty, okay. I mean, Snow White, okay. We know kind of the story, and this will be a cute thing. It'll be fun. But then I got into the theater and was blown away because
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that,
Right.
know? And I think it might be tricky for people to visualize
Yes.
what's going on here before they actually see it. And now that people, like you said, have seen it, they will be coming back. They will be coming to your shows.
And it's not just for children either. It's
No, absolutely.
really excellent theater. Anybody interested in the future of theater, this is exactly where they need to be. Go see that show.
Yes, we wanted that. We've said many times that it's not a children's play; it's a family play.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Everyone's gonna enjoy it. And we have jokes for every age.
yes.
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 I spend some, since we're theater people, I spend some of my time in there looking at the audience, watching the audience watch you.
Yeah.
And I saw happy, riveted faces. They couldn't look
Yes.
away,
Absolutely concentrating
And
and very,
for
very
example,
happy. And we
Juan
were
Carlos tried to he gave more depth to a lot of the characters, like
Uh-huh.
mine. And I know children maybe they don't get my character, but I know adults do.
right.
And there's a like a side story that explains why I'm evil, why I hate Snow White, and it's not the typical reason. So that explanation, actually, it's made for adults, because children don't get that actually.
Right.
The
Ah.
purpose of that is that people talk, and then the families can talk between them about things like um, how important is the beauty or the image, and how important is the well you behave with other persons, and how you try to help them.
Yes,
Right.
wanted to change the message, the
Yeah.
old message, because children need to learn different lessons. Let's
Uh-huh.
say it's not empty because of the beauty. It's something else, and
We have to create the opportunity to the parents explain things to the kids, and they can
Yes.
talk about those things, because they were all the time looking at a screen in her hands.
Right.
So if
Exactly.
they have
That's
to
all they
look
do.
up and see a costume, a story that they kind of know and can learn something, that's our job is done.
Yes.
That's the reason why we change some things from the original story, and it's
Uh-huh.
important for us as the parents too.
It works really, really well. It works really well. And I do have to back up just a little bit before you came on the show. We were talking about the Seven Dwarves and that amazing tune that you created for them. You told me that you were doing the beatbox yourself, Juan Carlos.
yeah.
Oh yes,
It's a
I
hip
have
hop
to tell the
number.
truth. I cannot beatbox as you can see in YouTube or something. Those are my voice, but I have to record it instrument by instrument. So
Okay.
I cannot do it like I can only make the bass drum,
Uh huh.
and
Uh-huh.
then the snare, and then the hi hat, because I don't have that talent. But it's my voice, and I've tried to do it the
Oh, it
best as I
was
can.
that number is just hysterical. It
It
really
is.
it brought down the house.
It was one of the many highlights. There's a
Yes.
show with many
Yeah.
highlights, and that
Yeah,
was one of
that,
them for
that
sure.
the
Just
way I see it, it's like I told my actors to always think as a roller coaster, and that's the way I see all the plays and all the performances. It's a roller coaster. If you go to a roller coaster, and you only go up, there's no emotion.
uh huh.
If you're going only down, 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 there's no emotion. You have to go up and down. And when I write a play, I try as much as I can to feel when you have like some time that you need some excitement and something different and takes you out. I call them wow factors,
Uh huh. The wow
and
factor.
I try
Exactly.
to have as many as I can, but thinking about the how the public is gonna feel in that moment.
Uh huh.
That's how the song was born. What born, because when I see it on the one of the final rehearsals, I know we need something. That's why I made it with my voice, because I don't have at that point any other instrument, because we
Oh,
were in the theater, and I have to do it on a rush. But and that's why I make it.
Wow.
wow. So you did that one. That was sort of your last addition to the show, a last minute insert, and it worked so perfectly.
Yeah, but that was when I did it in the first time. But
Wow.
this time I have two amazing singers. One is the Huntsman, and he's a great singer and a great actor.
Yes.
And in
Yes.
the original play, I don't have a song from him, and that's why I create his song.
Uh huh.
And Blancanieves, no, Snow White, she had two songs, but I need her to sing more, because she has such a beautiful song voice,
Yes.
so crystal and transparent. So I
Yes.
want
A
to hear
beautiful, clear. Yeah.
from her
Beautiful.
more, and I think I create like three different songs for this presentation.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. It was really well done.
That's
That's
why.
how you work with what you're given, right? You're given this spectacular cast. It was really an impressive cast,
Exactly.
and then
Exactly.
And
you
all
show them to their
Chilicanos,
best
and
advantage.
they make her audition. Yeah, it was amazing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
such.
based on the talent, he decided to show that talent. If they if they didn't have a song, they deserved it. Like the can. I don't know how to say that in English. The front
Help.
character, the prince assistant or whatever.
Yes.
Uh, he didn't have a song either, so Juan Carlos made that for him
Yeah.
Wow.
as well.
I think we might, Annalie, I think we might sort of consider him a jester almost.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's more like a butler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like a personal
his butler.
valet, but he's as funny as a
Exactly.
jester.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very funny.
He's so funny that he looks like a jester.
Yeah.
It's really
He's an
fun. It's
amazing
such
guy,
a
and he's trying to make theater too, and he just made Cucarachita Mandinga, which is a Panamanian play
At the Unachi.
at the Unachi, and he wants to be a director too, and we have to promote that and help him
yes.
to be, we have to grow up and help people to make their
keep
dreams.
going.
Yeah,
To keep going, yes.
Well,
Patron.
it's such a collaborative effort, and part of the joy of it, seeing all these young people on stage, as you say, their dreams are being supported. They can see that they have a future in theater. They can see that their future is to create more theater, and that is exactly what we need. That dream to be given some form. So that they have something to hold on to, they can work toward. I know you're doing tremendous work, not just with the people who come to see it, but all the people on the stage are learning so much and giving so much. It's fabulous.
we hope so because that's what we get from our mentors, from Nikki Roy and Bruce Quinn, who was a director and producer from Panama. We learn from them, and they give us the opportunity to live from this, and we give them a really small, ¿cómo sería? Dedication. How do you say when you?
The first page of the program of the playbill, there's
Dedication when you do
Yes.
something.
See.
you write a message for them. How do you
Yeah.
call
Yes,
that?
the dedication
Yeah,
to
when you
Nikki,
dedicate
Nikki and Bruce.
the-
Yeah.
What?
That's very lovely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the dedication to them
Because
and
what we're doing right now is what they did 25 years ago in Panama, where there was no culture, theater culture there, so it was a hard job for them, and they accomplished it, and that's what we want to do here too in
wow.
GDP. Continue what they started 25 years ago, but now here.
Oh, that's
And hopefully we'll have the same blog as them.
yes, I hope so. We're going to make that happen because that's very inspirational. I did not realize that what I consider a very successful theater scene in Panama, Ciudad, I didn't realize it was that recent. It's 25 years, huh? That
Yeah.
these Nikki
Wow.
and Bruce got this going.
Bruce was a Sonian, a Panamanian who was born in the Panama Zone and Canal Zone,
Canal Zone,
Right.
and he loved Panama. And he mainly speaking English, but her inspiration was beyond the languages, and he was the person who was with me in our wedding, and Nikki, and he was like a father to me, literally. And he was a great, great man. And Nikki, she was an amazing woman who create life for inspiration for many people. And she died last year
Oh, I'm
for a
sorry.
complication. And she was a beautiful soul that really loved us. And
Helps a lot of people.
yes,
Uh-huh.
and actually she introduced us.
You're
was
kidding.
our
She
Celestina.
introduced the two of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. And we get married in her house in El Valle, and it was amazing with the nature and everything, and they are personal and professionally, they inspire us,
Uh-huh.
and the way we live and the way we, I don't know, we are with the people that work with us, and the respect to our craft and everything that I know. At some point, I know it because of Bruce and Nikki.
Yes.
Wow.
And just and Nikki give the like the initial motivation to Analia to make the signs, and
Wow.
we are only what we are because we were supported by other people that helped us, and we have to be thankful for that. For them.
Yes. That's a wonderful message. And obviously the collaboration between you two has been very successful. You have two beautiful daughters, and you're, I'm sure,
Yeah.
raising them to be just as creative as you are. I was going to
I
ask
don't know.
about Nikki and
Well,
Bruce.
actually, they sing really nice.
Yeah.
They sing really nice.
Did Nikki and Bruce study theater elsewhere in the world? You said Bruce was a Zonian, but he didn't live in Panama the whole time and create theater from nothing, right? So was he in New York?
Well, he actually did in Panama in the Ancon region.
Oh, yes.
They have the guild does it's a theater, really beautiful that comes from the when the United States were in Panama.
Uh-huh.
And he studied design of scenery design in United States.
Uh-huh.
And Nikki, well, he started her career in Germany. Yeah, she was the
Wow.
producer, and he was the director.
Yeah, the director. He actually, I think he was the first one to make musical in
In
Panama.
Panama, actually, yeah.
And I
Wow.
was right, it's not 25 years more. It's like from the in early 90s.
Oh, no. In the guild, in that theater, with the Americans who live in Panama,
Uh-huh.
the Sonians, they started around the 70s. I saw pictures of
Wow.
him
Wow.
For the
Really?
rest of the Panamanians.
That's marvelous.
at
Yeah,
the
we're-
90s. At
Yeah,
90s.
90s, yes.
We'll have to do a little
Right.
more
To
research
start
on that. That
changing
sounds
the mind
astonishing.
and start, cultivating culture in Panama, it was not the 90s, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Wow.
they make the road that now we're starting to walk on it, and
Uh-huh.
they show us how we have to respect the rights of the plays and pay the royalties
Yes.
for the music and respect all the different works that you need in a production.
Right.
We
All
pay for everything, and we
all
try
the-
to respect the job not only for the actors, for the backstage, for the front stage and the logistics, everything.
Yes.
Learn their values and their ethics. It's important for us to follow those, to respect every aspect of it. From what he said, from the royalties to our actors,
Yeah.
to the respect for our actors, for our talent.
For all the people backstage who make it look so easy
Yes.
when you're on stage,
And
it's
that's a lot of
because you
people.
have a
We
great
we
crew
are
backstage.
around 50 people involved
50.
in the whole production, so
Wow.
it's a really big production. I think I walk with you in the backstage, right?
Yes,
Yes.
We thank you for
Yes.
taking us
We have
back.
to
It was
tear
great.
down a wall and everything to make it happen in the mall.
Yes.
But it's a great opportunity because we get supported by many people that help us to make this a reality, and that's what we're really thankful for.
That's-
And we have to change the way that people talk at some point, because when I hear people talk about this show, they say something like, "Thank you for bringing this to Chiriquí,"
Yes.
and we didn't bring anything. This is from Chiriquí and to Chiricanos, and it's done here
Yes.
to the people here. I didn't bring anything. It's
Yes.
like, we have to change that mind perspective,
Yes.
mindset. Yes,
That's a
thank
good
you.
point.
This is done for Chiriquí, pero from Chiricanos.
Yes.
And
Maybe we should say
that's something that we have to change.
maybe we should say thank you for awakening theater in Chiriquí.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to see, is there, because I would love people to be able to follow your efforts and perhaps volunteer or participate in any way that they might be inspired to do. Do you have a website that people can go to for the company?
Yes, well, they can initially right now we have Blancanieves Chiriquí.
Okay.
It's Snow White, but in English, in Spanish, Blancanieves Chiriquí at Instagram, and they can write us there, and we have the company pty.com, and it's our site. But yes, we're starting to make company, theater company.
Fantastic.
So we expect to grow, and
Yeah.
we're happy to see you in the auditions too.
Yes,
That's
all right,
weird.
we'll be
It's
there.
just
We'll be there. I'm sure we'll have many more people from Boquete now that they've come to see what you can do, because you're based in David or in Boquete at this
in
point.
Boquete. We live in Alto Boquete.
You live in Alto
Yes.
Boquete.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, right now we're living in the Hamptons Hotel for this.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, right.
Right.
But that's
And they've been
wonderful.
great. They have been great with us. They're one of our sponsors, and they've been great. It's like a home here.
Oh, that's
For this
wonderful.
past actually 2 weeks.
Yeah. Because it's hard to take the girls back and forth to Boquete.
Yes.
You know, and they
Yes.
have.
So
it
this
looked like you
weekend,
were.
for example, we have joining rooms. We've had joining rooms the whole time, and they are here with us right now.
Oh, nice.
So we have the opportunity to spend time with them, even though we're here working. So it's great.
Well, your backstage looked mighty comfortable. You had couches back there, and people brought food, and fans are going.
And that's the couches are thanks to the Piquete Dorita that has given more that we asked for. Yeah, and she offered the curtains, the rugs, he made the changing rooms with the fabric, and she made the ambience. I said I wanted to have ambience for them to be comfortable. I want rugs. I want, for them to be backstage and relax. And she brought everything.
Because we have things like, for example, the mall, all the ventanas,
all the windows.
The windows are made to the sun comes in and light the
yeah, I know what you mean.
And we have to cover like 40 meters of windows.
Wow.
You don't even see it because they covered it from the outside, so they didn't ruin the image of the place. So it's all covered from
we have
outside.
to cover it because if not, we cannot control the light that you see in the show.
Right, you have to be able to
control
do
it
that.
because you have like small transitions and things like we need completely control of the light that comes from to the
It's
to the
very
stage.
it's
And
very
things like that.
important. Yeah,
There's a lot of small things and big things that we have to take care to make it happen in the mall. But the people at the Federal Mall is amazing with us right now. They are helping us in every step of the way.
Fabulous.
And we feel at the end we feel lucky.
Yes.
We feel really lucky because people like you that are helping us with this interview and give us the opportunity to reach over to other people and explain how happy we are to doing this and with the opportunities that more people can come and enjoy the show, no?
Oh, yes. And I mean,
and many people are helping us.
I will definitely say one more time, if you have not yet seen the show, please go there. There's 4 more performances, 2 matinees today and tomorrow, and 2 evening performances today and tomorrow. And you can buy tickets at the door. They're $20, and it is $20 very well spent. This is at Puerto Cinco, door 5 at the Federal Mall. You will have no trouble finding the theater. It's the Red Curtain lobby, and it is wonderful entertainment. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you guys so much for being with us today. We have, we have the same goals in mind to. Oh,
yes. Times for the theater. The performances begin at 2:30 and 7 o'clock today. No, I'm sorry. I got that wrong, didn't I? 3:30 today, right?
Yes, 3:30.
3:30 today and 7 p.m. and tomorrow.
7 today and tomorrow will be 2:30 and 6 p.m. our last show.
2:30 and 6.
Our last performance.
Oh, wow. Man, I may have to get there to see the closing night. That is going to be astounding.
We're gonna cry so much tomorrow.
Oh. You guys
Actually,
are.
last night was a great audience, and I cried. At the end, I was so emotional and thankful for the public that I cried. I started crying.
Oh my gosh! Oh, how cool is that?
It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
It's fabulous, and I wish you much success with this and all your future shows. And I really look forward to working more with you guys. You're just amazing and so inspirational.
See?
Well, soon. We're soon because we're gonna do things with you in Boquete too, and we have to make a community and help each other, and make theater count for the people in all Chiriquí. We have
Yes.
we have to do.
That's exactly the
Your
goal.
dream is our
Absolutely.
dream, and
Yeah.
people that dream have to be together and make it even bigger.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll look forward to talking with you again.
And have a great show.
Have 4 great shows.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Gracias, Zuleika.
Oh, man, that
Grabbing
was...
a friend today and going.
Oh,
Good.
good.
You must go.
It's too much fun.
It is just the most amazing production,
It
and
sounds like
and it's so humbling when you see how having worked with BCP so much, you definitely know how much work is involved, particularly backstage, all the behind the scenes things that go on to make them look good on stage. And baby, they look good on stage. All of the acting, the dancing, the singing, the scenery, the costumes.
Don't get any more ideas about butterfly wings.
Oh, yeah.
Astonished. Well, now that you know those are beetle wings, you're going to go and look at her costume and just drop on the floor. It's so stunning.
I got to say,
really amazing.
both Juan Carlos and Analia in person are too beautiful. They're the
Very.
prettiest people I've ever met. They are just gorgeous couple.
She is a former Miss Panama,
Miss Panama,
almost Miss
yes.
Universe. She's still that stunning too.
Wow.
She's just amazing. But lovely, kind-hearted, generous, wonderful, talented people, and it's such a pleasure to think that we have a community of theater. Together.
Yeah.
That's so exciting to me.
I definitely look forward to collaborating with them in the future.
Yes.
And being involved in each other's productions somewhat. I don't know how much we can help them with our weak Spanish, but whatever we can do, I think would be cool.
Yeah. Well, they're obviously very helpful and supportive, and they helped us. They've already helped us with just ideas and things. But we're going to see about sponsorship and other exciting ideas that they've mastered. Clearly.
Good. Yeah. From this.
Yes. When you look at their, I agree. You look at their program, and it's like 30 pages of glossy magazine print. That's all of it is really wonderful. So that's an inspiration in itself.
Their show as well as their sponsors.
That's
it's
right.
Not just every page of sponsors. So it's just
it's really
very professional,
beautifully done. And I'm delighted to learn about Nikki and Bruce. I had no idea that there were this. They're like the Aaron and Dave of Panamanian theater.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry that they've passed on before we could interview them, but thank you everybody for joining us today. This has been a lot of fun. We didn't get to hear too much from Charlotte, but we'll have her back.
Yeah,
we'll have you back when you can tell us more about your beetle wing dresses.
Right.
Charlotte, we need some costumes made out of bug parts.
Parts, right.
Well,
Thank
you know
so
what?
much.
I know you could do it if we were so audacious as to ask for something like that, but
we're
not going to.
I don't think you've ever said no to anything we've asked for, Charlotte.
yet.
You always
Not
make
yet.
it work.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry we had to cancel that one right before COVID hit.
Oh, I know.
I
Blythe.
had the prettiest thing for Shirley to
The
float
Blythe
around
spirit.
in.
Yeah, that would have been
Okay.
wonderful. We'll bring it back some point.
All right, guys. Thank you
Thank
for
you
joining
so
us.
much.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
week,
This was-
everybody.
Great show. And make sure you go see Blancanieves at the Federal Mall. Thanks, everybody.